Shadow Milk has been meta for over a year, ever since his release. Whenever a new arena cookie gets released, he gets kicked out of the meta. And then he comes back a few days later. But, will things be different this time around? Did Sugar Swan finally kick him from the meta? Well, yesn't. It's complicated. Like, he got kicked, came back, got kicked again by devs themselves, etc. is a long story. Today, we're gonna dive into all of that, starting with part 1 of the video, the return of Shadow Milk. It all began when Sugar Swan got released. A new standard team was created. Millennial Tree, Eternal Sugar, Dark Enchantress, Venom Doe, and Sugar Swan. No Shadow Milk in sight. He got kicked from the meta like usual. So the standard comp is meant to be used against the vast majority of teams. For example, an extremely unmeta one like this. It's a free win team, 2 cookies and no treasures. Let's test out Sugar Swan in battle. Wait, what? My cookies aren't attacking anymore? You gotta be kidding me. This battle's gonna end in a draw. So in the very beginning of the Sugar Swan update, there was an unintentional game mechanic that ruined the arena. Sugar Swan is immortal as long as one other cookie on the team is alive, and Furret is immortal as long as they're able to latch on to someone. So, the Sugar Swan Furret combo ended up being completely immortal. Normal arena comps like the standard team would never work against it, cause they don't have any special gimmicks to kill Furret. There is someone who can kill Furrets, and it's none other than the blue cockroach. If he has a 1-second starting cooldown, he can instantly kill Furret at the very beginning of the battle and remove one Sugar Swan revive. However, he can't win completely alone. He also needs to be paired with Dark Enchantress and Silent Salt for this to work. We're also gonna slap in Sugar Swan to prevent the team from dying, and Venom Doe as a best damage dealer for super epics and under. Our first opponent is using the Immortal combo, but they have a 2A Sugar Swan, 5A Wind Archer, and a 5A Millennial Tree. Wind Archer is actually really tanky and he fits into this stall comp. Let's see if Shadow Milk can beat it. There we have it, Shadow Milk has returned to the meta. However, there's more variations of the Immortal team. The next one literally has 2 cookies instead of 5. So here's the thing, sometimes cookies clog up each other's skills. Like, one cookie can have their skill ready to go, but they can't use their own skill cause a second cookie is currently casting their skill. You cannot manually click anyone's skill inside the arena either. The less cookies a team has, the less skill clogging there is, which is why 2 cookies can be as strong as 5 cookies. Let's use the Shadow Milk comp again and see if it works. Alright, our next opponent is using 3 cookies, with Marshmallow Bunny who's also immortal, and here's why it's good. Sometimes Furret can die before cookies like Millennial Tree. If Millennial Tree is the last one standing, he can still be killed, and then the battle ends cause Sugar Swan is all alone. However, Bunny is completely immortal, so this will never happen to our opponent. Let's see if Shadow Milk still works against this. Okay, our next opponent is using a deadly gimmick, Hollyberry. That's right, Hollyberry returned to the arena meta, even while paired with Millennial Tree. During the beginning of the Sugar Swan update, there were quite a few Hollyberry stall teams in the high arena ranks. She can stun, heal herself, and she's really tanky. Let's see if Shadowmilk can beat her. Overall, Shadowmilk is completely meta inside the arena. Well, that was until Death Sisters deleted the whole immortality meta. So Sugar Swan and Fritz were so meta that Death Sis manually deleted it from the game. They literally had to patch it out of the game's code, and that's how badly it destroys the Kingdom Arena. Wait a second, doesn't this mean Shadowmilk isn't useful anymore? Cause the team he countered was deleted? So Death Sis indirectly kicked Shadowmilk from the meta? Well, yeah, he did get kicked. Now it's time for part 2 of the video, the downfall of Shadowmilk. So the standard team looks like this. Sugar Swan is mandatory for obvious reasons. Millennial Tree is still required because you still need both his and Sugar Swan's supports to survive. And his damage dampening is really good. Dark Enchantress is the best damage healer ever. You're forced to use one super epic rarity or below, and Venomdo is by far the best. The weakest link is the remaining slot, and Eternal Sugar is the best candidate. She gives the whole party a 25% damage boost even if she's dead. Her crowd control is super OP, and she does decent damage. But what about Shadowmilk? How can he be used? Well, one-shot teams are dead now cause Sugar Swan can revive opposing cookies. He can only be used inside the standard comp, replacing the weakest link, Eternal Sugar. But why would you use Shadowmilk over her? Well, Shadowmilk is tankier than her, and that's the only upside. Eternal Sugar's 25% team-wide damage increase gives way more DPS than Shadowmilk's single target damage, even while she's dead. Eternal Sugar's crowd control lasts a really long time and can hit all 5 cookies, while Shadowmilk's shackles as crowd control are just worse. We might as well try Shadowmilk and see what happens. I'm just gonna use some default treasures. I heard like the vial might be good, or like, I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Overall, he's just pretty bad. But there's more. White Lily and Silent Salt are also fighting for the same slot as Shadowmilk. They're also beginning to get kicked from the meta. So they're Shadowmilk's direct competitors. And out of the 3, Shadowmilk is definitely the weakest. Now here's another thing. This arena season is completely RNG. You can fight the same exact opponent with the same exact team, and you can win the first time and lose the second time. You know why Shadowmilk can actually beat some opponents? Cause sometimes he gets lucky and he kills them, but most of the time he gets unlucky and loses. In conclusion, if an OP Shadowmilk team doesn't show up in a few weeks, he's officially kicked out of the meta. Subscribe for more arena videos, like and comment too, okay?